Good afternoon, Jai Jagannath, and welcome to another match of this Odisha Cricket League 2024. The Jaguars will be facing the Pumas here in this match. Yes, Jaguars desperately need to win this match, win this contest to be able to stay in this match. Pumas standing tall, and they just need the momentum to be able to stay in this match. Perfect condition this. There's a thing about rain, think about water, think about everything that is against cricket, but look at this ground and look at the way it has turned out. Fantastic so far. So we're up for a great match. A little while ago I was at the ground and the toss happened. And you know how important toss was going to be, and that is why, you know, both those captains were very skeptic about what they wanted to do. You know what happens in wickets in this part of the world. Most of the time, it is something that stays true for 6-7 overs. Ball comes onto the bat nicely. The batters try to play their shots, but after that, the slow bowlers, the spinners, they come into play, and that is how I think you create a balance between bat and ball in this shortest form of the game. Yeah. We're all set for the first ball of the match. Slightly outside the off stump, giving a bit of room, and hence the batter was trying to sort of play the ball as late as possible on that one. Didn't get the bounce of the ball, pace of the ball, and that is why no run on that one. That is definitely not the sign of ball not coming onto the bat. I think it was about the first ball, and you just need to get that sink in a little bit. Again, just giving a lot of room on that one. Mind you, there's only deep third in place, and if you bowl on that particular line, not necessarily on that length. In fact, now they've decided to put one more fielder outside the circle on the offside, and that is rightly so. And that fielder is at sweeper, and makes a lot of sense. Oh, there it is. The first one is done. You win the toss, you decide to bat first, you try to put runs on the board. The bowling team said we have different plans. The first one is done. Yeah, coming in at number 3 is Anil Parida. He was very confident about winning the toss, deciding to bat first, putting runs on the board. And when I asked about the wicket, he said it is going to be a true wicket. Yes, and by that you mean a score of 150 around. If more than 150 is the case, then you have to bat really well. But I think 140, 150 will be a decent total on this wicket, provided the fact that we have to really bowl well. Remember last time Jaguars played, they put up a score called 141. Didn't quite defend that total, and I think that was because they didn't bowl that well towards the end. They actually pulled things back very well, but in those last 2 overs, things were really different. Now, the captain of the side, almost like a virtual opener, lifts the ball. This is a different format. But the story of cricket remains the same. Every time the tough condition arrives, this is the shot that he offers. Lifts the ball. Wow, this is good bowling. And this is so lovely to see. The game of batsmen, they call it. And once again, I'd like to just repeat that same statement. Come to this part of the world and see how bowlers are dominating. It's rainy season here in Odisha. First of all, to be able to pull up a tournament like this, it's special. And to be able to see bowlers dominating and dominating like this, it's something else. I don't mind when the bowlers dominate and you get scores like 130, 140. I'm fine with it. I'm not on for scores like 190, 200. Oh, just shot from the fielder. And a single, and he gets to the mark with that. Not in the most convincing fashion, but that is a terrific over that comes to an end. 1 wicket in it. 1 over, 1 run, 1 wicket, everything 1 on the scoreboard at this point in time. Once again, on a very good length. Not the good length that we know. The good length normally is slightly further than that. But to be honest, if you look at what has happened in this tournament so far and the kind of deliveries that have got you wickets are actually backup lane deliveries. So I have to say that backup lane deliveries are better deliveries in this kind of a wicket than those deliveries where you normally see bowlers bowling. Clean him up. I was mentioning about things being backup lane, but at this point in time, it's the full ball that has produced a beauty. Wicket number 2, the bowlers dominating, the Pumas showing their class. They're almost telling the world, look, we have bowlers and we can be at the top with them. A little while ago, a toss happened, and 2 wickets gone. Now, very important to know what happened during the toss. Let's take a look at what happened during the toss. Life's not going to be easy, says the bowler out there. You look at these 2 overs, you feel that there's still scope for bowlers to be able to dominate in a T20 match, especially early on with the new ball. Different aspect of bowling today. Normally it's the slow, low ball gets the wicket. Today it's the pacey deliveries getting the breakthrough. And forcing the batter to be on the back foot. I tell you what, he does have a fielder at deep fine leg, which is a lot squarer than it should. So a little here and there with the pull shot. That fielder is just waiting for one of those mistimed ones. Mind you, they do have 2 slips in place, and that is somehow exciting. 2 slips in place, and you really want your fielders to just grab onto those opportunities that they get around that corridor. And when to do that? When you bowl outside the up stump. Like that, perfect, absolutely perfect from the bowler. Bowling to his field and listening to his captain. So good to see that. Just a quick mention about Jaguars. So far not trying to sort of, I mean, I have to say that they're trying, but they're not being up to the mark with the results so far. They're yet to open their account, and still 2 down. Not a great tournament for them. Wow, what a delivery that is then. Once again, I like to tell you, come to this part of the world, see bowlers dominating. 2 overs completed. 2 for 2. Welcome back. Look what pressure can do. That was a short delivery. That was not that fast and probably could have played it along the carpet. The batter there was thinking about playing it very sort of with the vertical bat instead of going for the big one. And rightly so, 3 wickets down. They just want to be at the top of the game. Wow, that's a beauty too. Almost like an ad, which is not taken that, I have to say, that seriously by one section of people. They think that it is always sort of great to have batters dominating. But as I was mentioning, I really don't mind if the bowlers start getting things like this. It's a different skill. It's the bowlers, they win you tournament. We'll come back to that. He leaps it. When was the last time you see so many leaps inside the power play itself in the shortest form of the game? Yes, and coming back to bowlers and how they can win a tournament, you know, if you really want to give an example of that, you can give the example of what happened in the T20 World Cup, which India won. It was the bowlers from game number 1. Single, desperate one. And in the first match against Ireland, the bowler gave them a great start. Whatever the target was, it was chased down quite easily by the batters. And against Pakistan, 119, you never know, is a good total. Doesn't matter what the surface is. Yeah, it was a different surface. It was a difficult surface. But the bowlers, and particularly Jasprit Bumrah, was so brilliant. Nothing different for game against Afghanistan. Oh, what was he trying there? Trying to put pressure on the bowlers straight away. And he's gone for the review there. All right, let's find that out. As I'm talking about the match officials, Mr. Vibhu Satpathy, Mr. Prithviranjan Vijay Singh are two of the on-field umpires. Mr. Durga Datta Das is our third umpire, and of course, Mr. Dheeraj Kumar Singh, the fourth umpire umpiring this. And we do have our set of scorers, very popular ones. Mr. Saras Kumar Mishra, Mr. Shandip G, and match referee Mr. Sanjay Rao, and of course the live streamer Ganeshkar, all bringing you the exclusive live update and making sure that it is a smooth conduct. Yes, eventually it is a wide then. Some runs for the batting side, not from the bat, but they'll take it anyway. He pulls, but straight to the hand of the fielder there. And that is an impressive shot, to be honest. Yes, it found the fielder, but every time it is shot and not a very fast delivery from the bowler, that shot was on this wicket with no fielder outside the circle on the onside. At least you can play it along the ground, and that's what the batter was trying to do there. Comes down the track, gets a single from it. The batters think that there's so many ways to go about this business at this point in time. It is less about thinking too much and more about getting some runs for his side, and that is what's happening. He'll keep the strike for the next over. Oh, wrapped on the pads. They want something from it. Are they going up? Are they going up? Well, if you're so sure, go for it. That's what that's the real call about it. I think it was more tactical because the bounce was there and going on to miss the stump, I feel. And it's a very right call not to go for the review on that occasion. They bowled beautifully. They're producing chances in each and every delivery, I have to say, so far. So no point wasting a review when the bowlers are just turning it on for you. Another beauty, it just continues here for the bowlers. We are not in England, we are not in Australia, we are in India. We are in this historic Baravati Stadium. But what we are witnessing here is magic, and magic from the fast bowlers. Deep third does a great job. Keeps it to a single. There is talk about this Odisha Cricket League 2024 bringing out the best in every aspect of cricket, and that is because some fantastic players are playing in this league. And it's important to tell you everything about that. Swastik Samal, what a talent he is. I mean, he just keeps on hitting it. 132 runs in this tournament so far. Raghunath Malla not far behind, 130 runs. Shreyans with 105 runs. Sujal Singh with 95. Saidip Mahapatra with 88. So tough competition there. And nothing different as far as the bowlers are concerned. Saubhagya Raut with 9 wickets, standing at the top, and with the average of 8.56, he's actually picked up 9 wickets, as I was mentioning, in 4 innings. And Debabrata Pradhan has picked up 8 wickets with 8.13 the average. Sarbeswar Swahi with 7, Pradeep Pradhan with 6, Tarini with 6 as well. So many of them. There is Rakesh Patnaik, always amongst the wicket. Every time he picks up a cricket ball, loves to give it a go and loves to pick up those wickets. Has got 5 wickets. So tough competition there. So big names, and they're performing really well too. What about this match? It's highly dominated by the bowlers. Cheetah standing at the top with 2 wins. Well, I have to say that the Tigers with 3 wins. In fact, 2 wins and 1 where they didn't get that result. So that's where the points table actually brought it down. But to be honest, Cheetahs, Tigers are 2 of the best sides of the tournament. And Jaguars desperately like to win it. So far, they managed to actually get those 2 points, get those 4 points, because there's no game. So every time they play and finish the game, they are on the losing side. So that is why a very important game for them. And that is what Anil Parera, the captain of the Jaguars, was very conscious about winning this. And you could see that sense of urgency from these 2 batters. There must be a message to the opposition about the way they're going to play Jaguars. And good to see Karthik Biswal from Pumas, the captain, being very aggressive. Still there is a slip in place, mind you. Knowing everything about the surface. Just coming forward, trying to negotiate whatever is there for the bowler. And picking up a single. Not a bad idea to do. You come down the track and just to upset the rhythm of the bowler. So it is up to the bowler now to decide something. And most of the bowlers, most of the great bowlers will not be affected by the batters coming down the track or batters charging towards you or shuffling across or doing whatever possible, with that trigger movement or anything. The great bowlers do what they do. They don't look at the batsman and get affected by it negatively. And something that you look at these bowlers are trying to do as well. Good to see that. Good to see these bowlers are not affected by batters trying different things. They are thinking that they're on the top of their game. They're picking up those wickets. They're not giving runs at all. So there's no point being worried about the batters trying different things. So when do the batters try different things? It itself tells you that they're not getting those runs by the conventional methods. So you won the first battle, and that's what they are believing at this point in time. A big hoik was attempted, but gets nothing from it. At this point in time, he's actually playing the pressure and not the delivery. And it's a very dangerous thing to do. It doesn't matter how short the format is. One thing still is true. It is about seeing the ball well and hitting it. Like that. Better shot, but no run on that one. Interesting from the bowler to drag the length back on this over. And as the ball will get older, you'll see more of that and less of bowlers going really full and trying to get something from the wicket. That part of the game, that part of the fast bowling will soon vanish with some 4 overs or something. After that, you will see the bowlers doing everything different and getting wickets from different lane, getting wickets from backup lane deliveries. And that's what you can see in this over. Most of the bowlers, most of the deliveries in this ball as well, in this over as well, are on the backup length. And that's why the bowlers was seen trying to do something else. Where is the run? Well, overthrow brings in run. And that's one way of doing it. Looks like that's the end of this over. Upish over the fielder's head. Some runs from it. Not necessarily a boundary. No, eventually it is. Or has it been pulled back? It is pulled back. So it's not just about the bowlers. It's about the fielders at this point in time from the Pumas turning it on. And that is finally the end of this over. Inside is the bat. And only a single. They've started to look for runs now. Yes, for the first few overs, it was all about bowlers dominating. Not enough runs. And now, the two of the batters just sensing the urgency out there. And rightly so. At one point in time, there was some 2 for 2, 3 for 3, a score like that. That looks more like a football score and less like a cricket score. So they really need to go for the big ones to be able to stay in this tournament. Yet to open their account, the Jaguars. So very watchful on that occasion and hence a single. Clean him up. That's a beauty from the bowler. Yes, how many times you see that? Well, there is another wicket, and this time it hit the timber. Wicket number 4 goes down for the Jaguars. They are in trouble. Straight down the ground, all up a shot. The new batsman comes in and presents the full space of the bat. We have not seen that for a while, I have to tell. Right, once again, I'd like to take you back to that particular point about rain just affecting this tournament. Well, yesterday, the way it turned out, there's a lot of rain, and at point in time, there was a talk of that not being that progressive. I'll come back to that. But so good to see the groundsman doing their job and making sure that this remains a fresh wicket. And now you go to the wicket, you look at the outfield, infield, everywhere. It is absolutely perfect. So credit goes to the groundsman there to make sure that you get not just a match, a tournament out of this. Still some clouds around, still chances of rain, not necessarily today. It's rainy season in Odisha, so rain is going to come at one point. And what is not raining is runs, but direct hit. I would have made sure that another disaster for the Jaguars, but that was not to be. Both the batters are safe. The calling has to be good. When both the batters try to be at one end, you see a run out. All right, this over comes to an end. Cracker up a shot, cracker up a catch almost. It's all happening out there. Somebody just tell them this is a 20 over a side contest. You need some wickets in hand to be able to put up something. And on the other side, Pumas also thinking to make it a short little match by their bowling. Karthik Biswal didn't quite manage to win the toss, but trying his level best to make sure that this becomes their match. Nothing from that. Good to see he's using most of his bowlers inside the power play, and looks like the bowler's been completely used at this point in time. And rightly so, he's picking up wickets. There's no point holding him back. It's a calm and quiet match if you look at it from outside, but if you really invest in this match as a viewer, you realize how beautiful this has been for the bowlers. Comes down the track. That's the only shot he's played so far. Coming down the track and trying to get something out of it. Well, there's so many other ways to go about the business. I'm not trying to be very critical about it, but most of the time, if you go down the track, what happens is you lose the balance. And by that, you can also lose a wicket too. Yes, there's no point also going down the track when you know mid-off and mid-on and not there. They are long off and long on at this point in time. So you got to think twice before doing it. This time over the top. Again, the fielder comes into play but does nothing about it. In fact, couldn't do anything about it. Looks like that's the first maximum of the day. Yes, it is. At this point in time, they're going at 2.2 9-3. That's the current run rate. 22 runs on the board with the loss of 3 wickets. Pankaj batting on 8 and Saubhagya batting on 8-2. Different strike rate. Saubhagya is holding one end, trying to make sure that he just stays there for a long period of time without losing any wicket. Very necessary, very much necessary for the batting side. And do you expect that from someone like Saubhagya, because the experienced campaigner, and he's the one to really stay there till the end. When you know what it is required to stay there, you should be the one staying there, as simple as that. But before that, Venkatesh, without getting any runs on the board, going back to the pavilion, thanks to a beauty. I'll come back to that. It keeps low. Vishwajit Mahapatra giving it all. And Pankaj Senapati says, I'll come down the track and hit you for 4. Didn't quite happen. I think he's tried that shot not less than 10 times now, or even more than that. Or maybe 8 times, because he's played only 8 deliveries. Let's be fair. But another over belongs to the bowler so far. Can he finish that well? Straight away you could see the captain going and having a bit of word with him, with the bowler. Mind you, now it's more like the free zone of cricket that should come into play. Not necessarily he drags the length back and short third. In fact, deep third has done a wonderful job out there, just cutting that boundary, and only a single to end this over. So 8 overs completed. It's 23 runs on the board with the loss of 2 wickets. With the loss of 3 wickets for that. He's playing a very different game today. Yes, it's not coming out that well. It's not a bad idea when you know that you are not getting it right as a team. You're on the verge of almost getting a clean sweep against you. It's not a bad thing to do. There's Saubhagya Mishra is taking his own sweet time out there. So Pankaj Senapati actually has been given the license to go out there and play his shots. If he gets out fine. But runs needed for their side. They can't win it with this strike rate, with this run rate as well. So not a bad strategy. This time it is somehow managed for a single, but once again a dangerous shot when you know that long off is specifically positioned for that particular shot. He goes down the track. It's a miscue too, but it's going to be safe. Some runs for the Jaguars. Some desperate attempt to go for the big ones to get some runs for their side. It has not happened that smoothly for them. Thanks to some wonderful performances with the ball from so many of them. Askan Shahu is the one turning it on from ball number 1 in this tournament. And especially in this match.
Hello.
Again, in that same region, what Ayaskant has done in the last 2 overs is is actually bowled very differently.
Check.
It's a very different aspect of his bowling.
Sir.
In the last 2 overs, he's dragged the length back.
Check.
He's dependent on those short deliveries. Well, this time some runs for the batting side in the form of a boundary, a streaky one. Well, they will desperately take it.
Check.
So 9 overs completed. 9 overs completed, 32 runs on the board with a loss of 3 wickets. The Jaguars, after winning the toss, deciding to bat first. And mind you, this is almost like a must-win game for the Jaguars. They yet to open their account. On the other side, Pumas somehow are having the best tournament. Not necessarily the best, but one of the best sides of the tournament so far in terms of the results, especially because of their bowlers. And that's how they are standing at this point in time. So 32 for 3 after 9 overs. And I'm just joined by someone very popular. Every time you talk about cricket commentary in this part of the world, his name pops out. Mr. Chiranjeevi Pati, welcome to Bharwati Stadium after a long time.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. It's absolutely, it's an honor. It's a privilege to be back here as we take a look at this game, Pumas versus Jaguars. As Gaurav was mentioning, this is a very important game for the Jaguars. It's a must-win situation for them if you talk about the context of this competition. In the meanwhile, it's a new over that has just begun. Biswajit Mahapatra has come into the bowling attack. Jaguars, they're already 3 down. All eyes on Saubhagya Mishra and Pankaj Senapati. They have so far done a decent job. 21 of 22 is the partnership, but mind you, this is the 10th over, so they don't have a lot of time. Now they need to accelerate. They need to get the scoreboard going. Unless, of course, they lose another wicket, they will definitely want to continue with this partnership. Saubhagya Mishra is on 13 of 20 at this point in time. He is taking his own time, while Pankaj Senapati, 14 of 12. And Biswajit will continue bowling from the Mahanadi end as he bowls to Saubhagya Mishra. Short ball, pulled away nicely in the gap for 4. That's a lovely shot. It was a terrible delivery and it got the punishment it deserved. Pulled away in style and a boundary here for Saubhagya. Important boundary this for Odisha Jaguars. This is the time where they would definitely want to accelerate the scoring rate. Current run rate of 3.96 in T20 cricket is nothing, so you need to do that. Just outside the off stump. Taps it for a single. Some cheer from the dugout as well. The Jaguars and the Jaguars dugout, they know the importance of this partnership. Anil Parida leading the side. It was Rajesh Mohanty who picked up his wicket. Venkatesh and Devendra are the 2 other batters back in the pavilion. So it all depends on these 2. There is Krishna Palai to follow as well. And there's Sujit Lenka, the wicketkeeper batter. So batting to follow from here. He goes aerial this time. There's a fielder. He takes it. Commentators curse maybe, Gaurav. We're talking about this partnership and we're talking about the batting lineup they have. And now, at the time when it was required, they've lost a wicket.
Wicket at the wrong time. Not that that is the right time to lose a wicket, but then wicket number 4, and he was the one who actually was trying to play his shots. Most of the time it was about going down the track and meeting the ball. At this point in time it was more like a slog, and he was actually dragging it from outside the off stump. No timing on that one. The long one was actually waiting for one of those mistimed ones, And that is a terrific catch. And that's how this innings comes to an end. It has never worked that way for Jaguars. And the latest of them, of course, is Pankaj Senapati going back to the pavilion with 14 runs for him. So 38 for 4 is the score. That's the wicketkeeper batsman Sujit Lenka with 161 matches for him and 3,670 runs with an average of 30.84. Strike rate is good, 103. Good because we've seen scores like 120, 130 in this tournament. So yes, he definitely can stay there and make sure that the team gets somewhere near 120, 130, if not 150. But two batters who are technically sound out there. Be it Saubhagya, be it Sujit, the wicketkeeper batsman. And talking about wicketkeeper batsman, someone who's a very big fan of a wicketkeeper batsman is my co-commentator. He's definitely not be playing more, I guess. I'm talking about MS Dhoni.
You talk about MS Dhoni, you talk about Dinesh Karthik. You talk about wicketkeeper batters. There's a special inclination, although I used to be like during my school days, although I used to be a bowler, but still I have a special inclination towards wicketkeeper batters. Meanwhile, Sujit Lenka, again, someone who has got plenty of experience under his belt, representing Odisha at the domestic circuit, has done well. And here also he knows his role at this point in time. Meanwhile, an over has just got over. So it's the 10th over that has been completed, and it's a very successful over. After 10 overs, the Jaguars are 39 for 4. Biswajit Mahapatra managing to pick that wicket there at a very crucial juncture. 2 wickets for Biswajit so far. And it's a fresh over that is about to begin. The other 2 wickets picked up by Rajesh Mohanty and Saubhagya Raut.
Look at the economy. 1, 2, it looks like the exit load of a mutual fund. Trying to play the ball really late. But the fast bowlers have done some amazing job. Well, it has gone to the third umpire. Let's find that out first. All right, another wicket, and this time in the form of a run out. Everything going against them, the Jaguars. Winning the toss, deciding to bat first, has never got going. This is wicket number 5, and the latest of them is a run out.
बड़ विकेट विश्वजित महापात्र जितेबाला बोलिंग रे विकेट अख्तियार करते बर्तमान फील्ड रे रन आउट साहाय्य गोटे विकेट अख्तियार कर सफल होती सौभाग्य मिश्र आउ जड़े सेट बैटर सी भी फेरीगले पविलियन को 18 रन संग्रह कर नूतन बैट्समैन भाव में आसछन्ती संबित बराड़ सुजित लेंका एबे भी क्रीज रे 2 नूतन बैटर ओडिशा जैगुआर्स पई जो भागीदारी कथा कहते जो भागीदारी आवश्यकता थिला बोली आमे कहते से भागीदारी भांगिबा परे भी आ गोटे विकेट इंग्राजी रे क्रिकेट रे कह जाए 1 ब्रिंग्स 2 एवं ताहा ही होईची एबे 2 जण नूतन बैटर को लेके जैगुआर्स किभଳି भाबरे आउ 10 ओवर खेलिबे ए इनिंग्स रे ताहा देखिबा बाकी रहिला गौरव
बिल्कुल ठीक कथा कहले वर्तमान रन रो आवश्यकता रही किंतु आपण पाखर सेते विकेट नाही जो 2 जण बैट्समैन अछंती सुजित हुंतु कि संबित हुंतु 2 जण ही बड़ शॉट पई जिबे अर्थात सेही भली बैट्समैन से माने स्ट्राइक रेट सुजित निश्चित भाव किछि समय नहीं पारंती किंतु खास कर संबित को कथा कहबी सब बेले बड़ शॉट खेलिबा पई पसंद करंती एवं चेष्टा करंती जेते अधिक रु अधिक रन बाउंड्री द्वारा करिवे तेणु देखा जाऊ सुजित गोटे पट गोटे एंड को होल्ड कर रखी पार्छन ना अन्य पक्षरे देखिबा कोहली भाव में संबित खेलुछन
अभिषेक यादव को रहा होची व्यक्तिगत कोटार प्रथम ओवर क्लॉक टावर एंड रू बोलिंग करछन अभिषेक यादव प्रथम रु ही किछिटा चाप सृष्टि करिबारे सफल होइछन एवं जे भली भाव में एवं जो परिस्थिति रे ओडिशा जैगुआर्स रो इनिंग्स रहिछि ताहा निहाती भाव में 2 बैटर को मुंडरे वर्तमान चलुव कारण यहाँ पर आहरी 9 ओवर अच्छी तेणु यही परिस्थिति बाकी 9 ओवर खेलिबा पूरा कोटा 20 ओवर खेलिबा ताहा बेसी गुरुत्व बहन करिबो किंतु बड़ शॉट पई भी जिबार आवश्यकता रही कारण T20 क्रिकेट रे जो रन गति वर्तमान रन गति रही 3.69 ताहा किछु भी नुहे रक्षणात्मक भंगी खेलिया बाध्य होते ओवर परिसमाप्ति घटी 11 ओवर खेल शेष सुधा 40 रन 5 विकेट विनिमय ओडिशा जैगुआर्स
चालीस रन 5 गोटे विकेट एवं कार्तिक विश्वाल अधिनायक आछंती वर्तमान आ गोटे ओवर नहीं हाफ स्पिनर एवं बाम हाथी बैट्समैन अच्छी तेणु हाफ स्पिनर जो मैचअप कथा आम सब कहूँ मैचअप बर्तमान कार्तिक को सपोर्ट रे रहिबो एवं देखिबा कार्तिक को भाव में तार फायदा उठाउछंती किंतु अपर पक्षे आम देखिबा जे गोटे पटे सुजित लेंका अच्छे बर्तमान तांको पाखरे जेते अधिक रु अधिक स्ट्राइक रहिबो खास कर जेतेबेले कार्तिक बोलिंग करछंती तबे बैटिंग दल पई सेटा फायदार कथा हबो से काम कर संबित सिंगल पाई जाइछंती एवं आपन देखिबे जेते बेले भी बाम हाथी बैट्समैन आसीबे कार्तिक को पाखरु ऑफ स्पिन देखिबा को मिलिबो ही नाही सीधा स्टंप रे बोलिंग करथिले एवं सेति पई फ्लिक करिया हुई तो सहज होइतला एवं मिलिवाला गोटे सिंगल वर्तमान जदि आपन नुआ आछंती मते लागुची एई गोटे ओवर जोथि आपन टिके रिस्क नै पारिबे
दुईटी जाक एंड्रू वर्तमान स्पिन अभिषेक यादव बोलिंग करथिले पूर्व ओवर टी वर्तमान कार्तिक विश्वाल अधिनायक निजे महानदी पटु बोलिंग भार संभाळुछंती सामने सुजित अभिज्ञता तो बहुत अधिक रही किंतु यही परिस्थिति रे वर्तमान जो भाव में जो स्थिति रे मैच अच्छी पूरा पूरी भाव में ओडिशा पुमास को सपक्ष में ढली होइकी अछि पुणी रक्षणात्मक भाव में बॉल टी को खेलिया बाध्य होइतिले यही समय रे जेते अधिक रु अधिक डॉट बॉल करि परिबे ताहा भी बहुत मूल्यवान हबो बोलिंग दल पई कारण ताहा बहुत अधिक चाप सृष्टि करिवो बारंबार से रनगति विषय कहूचे 3.51 रो वर्तमान रनगति गैप रे जाइतला अनायास रे एक सिंगल मिलिबो सुजित लेंका को किंतु एई गोटे दुटी सिंगल बेसी किछि फरक पकैबनी जदि हमें एई मैच रो कॉन्टेक्स्ट विषय कहबा कार्तिक विश्वाल को प्रथम ओवर से मात्र 2 रन खर्च करिसेंती ए पर्यंत
शेष बॉल वर्तमान सुधा बहुत बढ़िया जाइए ओवर सामने संबित बराल अच्छा मत लगुनि जे रिस्क नवा चाहिए जदिओ रिस्क नवा पसंद करते किंतु सामने अच्छा जन ऑफ स्पिनर फ्लिक करदे और निज पाखे रखिए स्ट्राइक ए सहित 12तम ओवर परिसमाप्ति 43 रन 5 विकेट विनिमय 12 ओवर शेष
बोलिंग भार संभाळिबे आयुष्कांत साहू तांकर व्यक्तिगत कोटार शेष ओवर एवं अभिषेक यादव एई एंड्रु गोटी ओवर बोलिंग करबा परे पुणी बोलिंग रे परिवर्तन करछन्ते आयुष्कांत साहू ए पर्यंत जदि हम बाकी बोलर मानक विषय कहबा तले टिके महंगा साब्यस्त होइछन्ती सामने रहिबे सुजित लेंका दुई नूतन बैटर एवं यही जो परिस्थिति रे आयुष्कांत साहू वर्तमान निष्पत्ति नहीं कि कोण रे परिवर्तन करेंगे राउंड दी विकेट आसुचंती एआर रे जाइछि बॉल किंतु गैप रे भी फील्डर डीप रे बॉल टी को संग्रह करेंगे द्वितीय रन पे फेरी आसे पे संबित इच्छुक थिले किंतु सुजित लेंका तांको फेराई देथिले ठीक मध्य एही स्थिति रे रनआउट रे विकेट तो हराइबा चाहिए निश्चित
बिल्कुल ठीक कथा कहले जिते आप रन रेट रो कथा कहते जे मझी समय रे गोटे भी इनिंग्स रन रेट वृद्धि करबा एते सहज ही नहीं टूर्नामेंट रे मझी समय अर्थात पावर प्ले रु 16 ओवर पर्यंत अधिक रु अधिक विकेट आम से समय नहीं देखीचु यही गोटे मैच जो नूतन बॉल रे मध्य बहुत विकेट जाइछि एवं द्रुत बॉलर माने मध्य विकेट नहीं चंती एवं सेथिपाई ही एते बढ़िया स्थिति रे अछंती ओडिशा जागुआर्स 45 क्षमा करिवे प्यूमाज अछंती ओडिशा जागुआर्स निश्चित भाव में भल स्थिति रे नाहांती आमे कहबो 45 रन 5 विकेट 13 ओवर रो खेल चलची वर्तमान एवं एई बॉलर को आपण जदि देखिबे जेमति कहथले जे रन रेट टिके अधिक जाइछि सत्तो किंतु बॉलिंग खराब करि नाहांती किछिटी बॉल खराब जाई पार थाए किंतु चेष्टा करिसंती अलगा किछि प्रचेष्टा करिया पई एवं नुआ धरणर बॉल बॉलिंग करिया पई परवर्ती बॉल पुल कर प्रचेषा देखा जाओ टाइमिंग केते सुंदर टाइमिंग मु कहबी एवं बहुत समय पर आसी गोटे बाउंड्री गोटे चौका बैटिंग दल पई जागुआर्स कुस्के बेटी एवं संबित देखैचंती कोन पई से जणाशुना बड़ शॉट पई सब बेले संबित जानती मते लागुची अधिक रु अधिक समय संबित को आमे स्थिर करी रखि परिबा नाही संबित बड़ शॉट पई जिबे ही जिबे आयुष्कांत साहू महंगा सब्यस्त होती वर्तमान सुधा दरकार ठू अधिक शॉर्ट बॉल उपर विश्वास एवं गोटे प्रकार क्षति सब्यस्त होती पुणी परवर्ती बॉल एथर आगे रखते बॉल को ड्राइव करने जाइए बैट्समैन किंतु शेष मुहूर्त में शॉट को रखी गोटे चेक शॉट कहीपर कौन रन ना एवं एबे भी से गोटे समान प्रश्न केते रन रे पहुंचे बैटिंग से सहज होनी मिडिल ओवर आप प्रथम रन करना एमती कौन भी मैच यही टूर्नामेंट नहीं जो समय मध्यवर्ती ओवर रे अधिक अधिक रन गति देखा मिली हुए तो बैट्समैन शेष समय रन पर जापारती शेष बॉल ओवर हल्का खेलिले यही बॉल कौन रन मिल ना 13 ओवर परिसमाप्ति 49 रन 5 गोटी विकेट विनिमय ओडिशा जैगुआर्स नूतन ओवर आरंभ कार्तिक विश्वाल पुणी थे आसुँच गोटे ओवर नहीं प्रथम बॉल रु ही स्टेप आउट कर चेष्टा करते संबित आम हुए तो बहुत अधिक अधिक मैच आज जिते भी आम कवर करुचे देखुचे से बैट्समैन मैंने सब बेले अधिक अधिक रन करते छक्का चौका जाते गोटे बड़ स्कोर देखा मिले ये किसी मास पूर्व होता भारतीय प्रीमियर लीग रे आम समस्ते जाचु कौन होता तेणु गोटे प्रकार गोटे नुआ ट्रेंड देखा मिली टूर्नामेंट रे बोलर्स माने स्पिनर माने हूँ द्रुत बोलर माने हूँ से आसुँच दर्शाऊँ T20 क्रिकेट एमती भी खेला जापे आम जाचु बोलर माने टूर्नामेंट जिताती तार सद्य उदाहरण ये किसी दिन पूर्व आम देखी भारतीय दल ट्रॉफी उठे वर्ल्ड कप ट्रॉफी से समस्त श्रेय मुझे अधिक अधिक श्रेय आम बोलर को दवा खास कर जसप्रीत बुमराह जो भाव में बोलिंग करते खुशी लगे जिते बोलर माने गोटे प्रकार हीरो ही आसती टूर्नामेंट रे परवर्ती बॉल कट कर चेष्टा थिला बाउंस कथा जिते भी आसे पिच रे से बॉल टिके केतबेले अधिक बाउंस करे केतबेले कम बाउंस करे तेणु बाउंस को जगी रखी शॉट खेल पड़े से अधिक शॉट स्क्वायर ऑफ द विकेट रे आपन को देखा मिले ना वी रे ही अधिक शॉट देखा मिले तेणु स्क्वायर कट ठारू पंच गोटे अधिक भल शॉट हो पारे फ्लिक शॉट एथर मिल गोटे सिंगल एवं पुणी गोटे एमती ओवर जो अधिक अधिक रन होना एक सिंगल सहायता ओडिशा जैगुआर्स पहुंची 50 रन 50 रन बहुत देरी रही 14तम ओवर में मिली 50 रन किंतु चेष्टा करेंगे निश्चित भाव में 100 रु अधिक 110 रन पाखापाखि पहुंचा जो 5टी विकेट अच्छा समस्त को व्यवहार कर हो पछे किंतु रन करने परवर्ती बॉल निज पाखे स्ट्राइक रखिए प्रचेषा किंतु करें डॉट बॉल सर ओवर 14 ओवर परिसमाप्ति 51 रन 5 विकेट प्रथम बॉल बड़ शॉट प्रचेषा सीधा लंग ऑफ अंचल को खेली मिल मात्र गोटे रन जिते भी आप प्यूमास को देखुं ओडिशा प्यूमास को जो बोलिंग यूनिट रही विभिन्न प्रकार बोलर रही गोटे ऑलराउंड बोलिंग यूनिट जो आम कहू से बोलिंग यूनिट देखा मिली भल स्पिनर अच्छा द्रुत बोलर मध्य अलग अलग प्रकार द्रुत बोलर जड़े एमती बोलर अच्छा जी सब बेले ही सीम करने को चेष्टा करते अन्य जन बोलर जे लेंथ हिट करने को चेष्टा करमती आम देखिले आयुष खान को शॉर्ट बॉल संपूर्ण प्रचेषा द्वितीय ओवर थिला पेस सहित बोलिंग विश्वजीत महापात्र चमत्कार बोलिंग कर बर्तमान सुधा 2टी विकेट यहाँ शेष ओवर स्पेल 3.90 इकोनोमी सहित मात्र 13 रन देइचंती एवं स्टंप छाड़िबार चेष्टा करी ही नांती एई बोली पिच रे जतो आपण स्टंप रे बॉलिंग करिवे बाउंस बेले बेले कम थाए बेले बेले बेसी थाए जेमती कहली आपण को निश्चित भाव सफलता मिले एवं सही प्रयास रे विश्वजीत पुणी थर अछंती कोन ताको मिलियो तृतीय विकेट देखिबा परत बॉल बढ़िया बॉल थिला सुंदर बॉल थिला बैट्समैन से बुझी पार नथिले एवं 14तम ओवर रे 15तम ओवर रे जदी आपण एई बॉलिंग करि पड़चंती तेबे एईटा हुए तो प्रथमे एया दर्शौची आपनक पाखरे कलार कोनोसी अभाव नाही द्वितीय कथा पिच रे किछि ना किछि तो निश्चय अछि पुणी थरे गोटे समान बॉल एक्शन रिप्ले विश्वजीत महापात्रंकु देखिया को मिली जदि द्रुत बॉलिंग रो कोनोसी नमूना देखिबार अछि तबे विश्वजीत महापात्रंकु देखंतु प्रथम किछि ओवर संपूर्ण अलगा बॉलिंग एवं द्वितीय स्पेल नै कि आछंती तांकर शेष ओवर नै कि आछंती संपूर्ण भाव अलगा लेंथ रे बॉलिंग आमे साधारणतः भाव देखु नुआ बॉल रे आगरे बॉलिंग करा जाए एवं जेतेबेले भी पछरे आसंती बॉलर माने सेतेबेले शॉर्ट बॉल बा बैकअप लेन को हिट करने चेष्टा करते एठी समान कथा नुहे संपूर्ण भाव विपरीत कथा आसी एबे बॉल आगे रखियार चेष्टा करछन एवं लगातार भाव आगे रखियार चेष्टा करछन विफल होइछन बैट्समैन शॉट खेलिया पई सुजित लेंका मात्र 4 रन 16 टी बॉल ले मात्र 4 रन 17 टी बॉल ले स्ट्राइक रेट 23.53 एमिति स्ट्राइक रेट सहित टी20 खेलिबार बहुत कम देखिया को मिलता है तेणु सुजित लेंका को सबुठ अधिक जना अछि जे वर्तमान एई स्ट्राइक रेट सहित सुजित बैटिंग करि परिबे नाही बड़ शॉट जीवा को बड़ शॉट पई जीवा को ही पड़िबो गोटे एमिति समय आसे जेतेबेले कंडीशन को आपण भूली जानती आपण विपरीत दल थिबा बॉलर मानक कथा भूली जानती आपण चेष्टा करंती केमती रन करि परिबे मैच रो एबे सेमिति स्थिति आसी सारिछि परवर्ती बॉल ए ओवर शेष बॉल देखियो विश्वजीत विकेट रो सहित सारी परछंती कि नाही तांका स्पेल को कैच तो उठी ऊपर को किंतु फील्डर हुए तो पहुंची पारिबेनी चेष्टा करथिले किछि अलगा करिया पे ये शॉट रे किंतु मिलिबा मात्र गोटिए रन एथि सहित आउ गोटे बढ़िया ओवर परिसमाप्ति बॉलिंग दल पई 15 ओवर शेष रे 53 रन 5 गोटी विकेट विनिमय रे ओडिशा जैगुआर्स Timely boundary for the batting side now. Sujit Lenka getting that boundary, an important one for him and for his batting side. He's not got it right so far, mind you. You look at Sujit and you know the importance of him staying at the middle. At this point in time, it's not about just staying at the middle. Well, he's gone for the big one. He has gone for it in style too, but there is protection out there. 2 runs to be taken from it. Good cricket all around. It was a toss-up delivery outside the off stump. He almost dragged it to the onside to play that shot and was almost on the verge of picking up a boundary. Brilliant fielding at the deep and good running between the wicket, making sure that this becomes only 2. A reverse attempted and it is a wide. And they've gone for the review for that wide. Or have they? 59 for 5. Sujit Lenka on strike. Pushed it on the back foot, no run. Well, that is an up spinner bowling. This is the 16th over. If you want to go for the big one, this is the over, mind you. 2 deliveries still remaining. You need to take the risk, man.
स्वीप पे जाइतिले किंतु बैट एवं बॉल मध्य कौन से संपर्क नहीं चेष्टा थिला बड़ शॉट रो जो विषय रे गौरव एबे कहउतिले किंतु सुजीत लेंका एवं संबित बराल एबे भी क्रीज रे 20 रन जोड़ी सारछंती किंतु 34 टी बॉल रो सामना मध्य कर सारछंती रन गति बढ़ू नाही से 20 ओवर पूरा खेलिबार लक्ष्य वर्तमान स्टंप बाहर थिला स्टंपिंग रो अपील थर्ड अंपायर को पाखु को पठाइचंती बॉडी लैंग्वेज बहुत ही सकारात्मक मन होची बोलिंग दलर किंतु बैटर दुई जण मध्य बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट जणा पडुचंती देखा जाउ निष्पत्ति कोन होची तृतीय अंपायर नॉट आउट निष्पत्ति 16 ओवर पर 59 रन 5 विकेट विनिमय दलीय स्कोर सुजीत लेंका एवं संबित बराल क्रीज रे एही 4 ओवर रे केते अधिक रन स्कोर करि पारुछनी ताहा देखिबा बाकी रहिला जदि 10 रन प्रति ओवर करि परिबे ताहले 100 रन पाखापाखि पर्यंत पहुंचबे 69 रन 100 रन पहुंचबे आपण गणित रे बहुत किछि पाठ पढिछन्ती आपण बेटर कहि परिबे बड़ शॉट पे चेष्टा थिला किंतु से बैट रो भीतर भागरे बॉल बाजी थिला एवं केवल 1 रन रे ही संतुष्ट एठू 100 रन हेले गोटे साइकोलॉजिकल एडवांटेज कुहा जाई पारे बा मोमेंटम निज पक्षरे कुहा जाई पारे किंतु जो चाप ए जैगुआर्स दल ऊपर अछि माने जेमति कि एटा निहाती भाबरे तांको ए मुकाबला रे विजय लाभ करिया को पड़िबो जदी से 100 रन पर्यंत भी न पहुंचुंती 90 रन कि 80 रन पर्यंत भी करूचंती कोन तांको बॉलर को पाखरे सेति की दक्षता अछि कि से पुमास दलर जो बैटिंग लाइनअप अछि तांको ऊपर किछिटा चाप सृष्टि करि परिबे से रन चेज रे ना गोटे बहुत ही इजी रन चेज हेबो बोली लागुची आपन को
दुईटी कथा प्रथम कथा हला जो भली भाबरे बॉलर ए टूर्नामेंट रे डोमिनेट करचंती रन हबा को दे ही नांती तेणु बॉलर को केबे आपण इक्वेशन रु बाहर करि परिबे नाही ए टूर्नामेंट रे कोनोसी भी मैच रे प्रथम किछि ओवर रे जदी विकेट मिली जाउची तबे प्रत्यावर्तन संपूर्ण सुजोग रहिछि सेरा देखिछनी बॉलर माने एवं कथा बसे विषय एथर कैच रो संभावना डाइव करथिले फील्डर जदी पहुंच जाई थांते एटा विथ अ कैच ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट जोडा कहू हमें सेटा ही पार थांदा किंतु चमत्कार प्रयास चमत्कार चेष्टा गोटे सिंगल एवं सही कथा को फेरिबा जे जदी जैगुआर्स ए स्थान रे आसी पहुंची जंती तबे तांकर बैटिंग से भल भाव में क्लिक करी नाही सेथि पई पहुंची जंती बॉलिंग वर्तमान सुधा जैगुआर्स खराब करी नाहंती शेष पर्यंत 100 जेतबेले 141 रन हेतिला गतकाली रो मैच रे शेष पर्यंत नेकी जाइथिले जैगुआर्स एवं शेष रे केवल दुईटी खराब ओवर पई मैच हारियो पड़थला जैगुआर्स को फुल टॉस से थोड़ा ड्राइव एवं सीधा बाउंड्री ऊपर छक्का
बहुत समय पर गोटे बड़ शॉट बहुत समय पर जैगुआर्स दलर बैटर को बैट रु गोटे बड़ शॉट 6 रन पर सीमा रेखा बाहर को जाइथिला सुजीत लेंका
अपन 10 रन कथा कहउथले 9 रन आसी गला ओवर
किंतु सही प्रश्न कि 100 रन कौन यथेष्ट हम जदि आम देखीचे कि प्रतियोगितार बोलर माने बेसी प्राधान्य विस्तार कर सफल होती बाहर भागे लगी गोटे रन सिंगल स्ट्राइक बदल वर्तमान संबित बराल नजर रमस्त किंतु जो परिस्थिति ये दुईज बैटिंग करने को आसते सेठी जदि आउ गोटे विकेट पतन घटी था एत बेलू बोध हुए ऑल आउट भी हो सारी था तेणु सबुठार भल जिनस कि दुईज संभाली जिते अधिक अधिक रन संग्रह करने चेष्टा कर शेष जो 20 बॉल बाकी रही है चेष्टा रही सौभाग्य राउंड दी विकेट आसते एटी सुजोग रन आउट किंतु डिरेक्टेड कर प्रचेष्टा बॉल बाजी नथला विकेट रे 1 रन मिली एबे भी ओवर रे गोटे बॉल बाकी अच्छे 70 रन 5 विकेट विनिमय दलीय स्कोर
भागीदार कथा कहते 31 रन भागीदारी 40 बॉल रु शेष बॉल सुजित लेंका 20 रन कर 27 बॉल रु निश्चित भाव में स्ट्राइक रेट को मेकअप कर चेष्टा करेंगे गोटे छक्का गोटे चौका एवं बहुत समय पर से छक्काटी लगी आम देखिलु गोटे बढ़िया शॉट था अपस्टम्प बाहर बॉल टी जदिव फुल थिला चमत्कार भाव खेलते पुणी गोटे सेमती शॉट खेलिए कि देखिए ओवर शेष बॉल समान प्रकार बॉल जदिव थिले किंतु जीवाकू देथिले बॉल को कारण ये गोटे वाइड 71 रन 5 विकेट विनिमय बर्तमान वाइड सहायता दलीय स्कोर पहुंची टॉस जीति प्रथम बैटिंग रन निष्पत्ति नहीं जिते टॉस रे मु पचारि केते रन करने को चाहते निश्चित भाव में जो प्रकार स्कोर कही से प्रकार स्कोर रे पहुंची पारि ना बोलर को पाखे अधिक प्रेसर एवं एमती मैच रे जिते आपको करवा मर ये पाखापाखि मैच रे आपण प्रथम किसी ओवर जदि खराब कर दियंती तापर पुणी अधिक प्रेसर थाए पुणी थरे फील्डर को मुंड ऊपर एवं चमत्कार प्रयास बाउंड्री रु सरी ओवर टी 75 रन 5 गोटी विकेट विनिमय 17 ओवर पर नूतन ओवर आरंभ संबित फुल बॉल को ड्राइव करते फिल्डर को पाखे था बॉल किंतु नहीं जाइए गोटे सिंगल एवं प्रति बॉल आप बड़ शॉट देखिए प्रति बॉल बड़ शॉट प्रयास तो निश्चित देखिए
एवं प्रति बॉल रे बड़ शॉट रे प्रयास देखा भी दरकार वर्तमान जदि जैगुआर्स गोटे सम्मानजनक स्कोर पर्यंत पहुंचा चेष्टा करेंगे ताहले जदि बड़ शॉट न मारुछंती एबे ताहले से पर्यंत पहुंची पारिबेनी यथेष्ट हेबनी से स्कोर सीधा आसिक बड़ शॉट पर चेष्टा थिला एयर जाइए फील्डर डीप रे एवं कैच सुजीत लेंका चेष्टा थिला तांकर बड़ शॉट खेलिबार चेष्टा थिला एयर रे जाइकी रन गति रे वृद्धि आनिबार किंतु सेतिरे सफल होई पारि नथिले सीधा खेली बसथिले राजेश महांती को मिली तांकर द्वितीय विकेट सुजीत लेंका 24 रन करी फेरी जाउछन्ती पवेलियन को 76 रन 6 विकेट विनिमय जैगुआर्स नूतन बैटर कृष्ण पल्लाई बाउंसर एवं मुंड उपरे थिला सेतिपाई वाइड अतिरिक्त रन राजेश महांती को इकोनॉमी रेट देखंतु निजर व्यक्तिगत तृतीय ओवर बोलिंग करुछंती माने 20तम ओवर मध्ये से ही बोलिंग करिवे मात्र 1.29 रो इकोनॉमी रेट तांकर तृतीय ओवर से वर्तमान पर्यंत केवल 3 रन ही खर्च करिसेंती एवं 2टी विकेट अख्तियार करिसेंती जो समय रे सुजीत लेंका बड़ शॉट पई जीवा पई चेष्टा करुतले सेही समय रे तांको विकेट अख्तियार करिसेंती एवं राजेश महांती को पाखरे भी अभिज्ञता किसी कम नहीं खेली भारतीय अंडर 19 दल पई एशिया कप रे गति परिवर्तन बैटर जिते चाहूले ड्राइव करने भल बोलिंग यही समय यही मुहूर्त 18तम ओवर डॉट बॉल जिते पूर्व ओवर टी गोटे महंगा ओवर थिला 16 रन खर्च करते से ओवर रे सौभाग्य राउत यही ओवर रे बहुत बढ़िया कमबैक करिसेंती पुमास पुणी थे टॉस जीतिकी प्रथमे बैटिंग करिवार निष्पत्ति बैकफायर करिछि गौरव
सन्देह ना एथिरे आपनकर मन थे जे प्रथम थर जेतबेले ओडिशा क्रिकेट लीग हेइतला सेतबेले आमे सांग होइकी कमेंट्री करथले हुए तो शेष थर पय बोधे सेठी आमे सांग होई कमेंट्री करथले मु फेरी से कथा को पुल करिसंती एवं गैप रे मारिवार चेष्टा मध्य किंतु डीप रे थिबा फील्डर पहुंची जिवे मिलिबो 2 रन आपण गोटे कथा देखिबे जे से टूर्नामेंट रे मध्य बॉलर माने डोमिनेट करथिले एवं एते अधिक रन देखियो मिलथला हमकु बहुत विकेट देखियो मिलथला बहुत किंवदंती बॉलर खेलुଥିଲେ ଯେମିତି ବସନ୍ତ ମହାନ୍ତି ସେଇ ଟୁର୍ଣ୍ଣାମେଣ୍ଟରେ ଖେଳୁଥିଲେ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କର ସେଇଟା ଶେଷ ଏଡିସନ୍ ଥିଲା ତାପରେ ସେ ନିଜର ତା ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲୁ ଯେ ସେ ନିଶ୍ଚିତ ଆନାଉନ୍ସ କରିଥିଲେ ନିଜର ରିଟାୟାରମେଣ୍ଟ କିନ୍ତୁ ବହୁତ କିଛି ବଦଳିନି ଏତେ ବର୍ଷ ପରେ ଏବେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବୋଲର ମାନେ ଚମତ୍କାର ଭାବରେ ବୋଲିଂ କରୁଛନ୍ତି
ଏବଂ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର रणजी इतिहास भी देखिए ओडिशार मोस्टली बोलर मैंने अधिक बाहरी बोलर मैंने अधिक प्रभावित करिसेंती नेशनल सिलेक्टर्स को ओडिशार प्रथम अंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेटर देवाशीष महांती कथा कहतु बसंत महांती कथा कहतु एवं वर्तमान स्तर में राजेश महांती एवं मझे गोटे समय आसला सूर्यकांत प्रधान भी बहुत जन को बहुत इम्प्रेस करुले बहुत भल बोलिंग करुले बिग हिटिंग स्किल्स भी थिला लोअर डाउन दी ऑर्डर सेटा भी देखा मिलूला तेणु ओवरऑल देखा गले ओडिशा रे मैं देखीचे कि बोलर्स माने बैट्समैन को तुलन में बेसी भल प्रदर्शन करिसेंती एवं पीएस बोलर माने मुख्यतः जोनल लेवल रे जाइकी एवं नेशनल लेवल रे जाइकी भल प्रदर्शन करिसेंती बसंत महांती इंडियन फर्स्ट क्लास सर्किट रे जने किंवदंती क्रिकेटर कहले अत्युक्ति हेबनी तेणु तांकर योगदान भारतीय क्रिकेट पई तांकर योगदान ओडिशा क्रिकेट पई बहुत अधिक
400 विकेट बहुत कम जन को एति विकेट मिले भारतीय क्रिकेट पई जत डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट पई आपण खेलुचंदी गोटे रन एवं एठी टी पैनल करबार चेष्टा करथिले बड़ रन तो मिलिला नाही किंतु गोटे रन बॉलर निज पाखे रखिले स्ट्राइक 18 ओवर परिसमाप्ति 80 रन 6 गोटे विकेट विनिमय
सौभाग्य राउत आछंती बोलिंग मार्क को तांकर पूर्व ओवर टी बहुत महंगा थिला जोटी से 16 रन खर्च करथिले वर्तमान पेनल्टीमेट ओवर नहीं कि आछंती निज दल पई जानिछंती कि वर्तमान समय रे पुमास ड्राइवर सीट रे अछंती मैच रे एवं ओडिशा क्रिकेट लीग रो संस्करण जोठी जैगुआर्स का पई मस्ट विन गेम सेठी केते मात्रा रे चापरे रहिबे जैगुआर्स रो बॉलर जते बेले सेमाने आसीबे बोलिंग मार्क को ताहा स्पष्ट जना पड़िबो बैटिंग रे ताहा देखा जाइथिला सेते खोला खोली भाबरे शॉट्स खेली पारि नथिले सेते आक्रमणात्मक मनोभाव नहीं कि पड़िया को ओह्लाई पारि नथिले जागुआर्स दलर बैटर्स और लगातार अंतराल विकेट हराइबा निश्चित भाव में बहुत महंगा सब्यस्त होता।
पुणी थोड़ा बड़ा शॉट प्रयास एथर फिल्डर पाखु दूरे की शॉट क्लियर प्रयास किंतु डीप रे फिल्डर पहुंची जाइछंती मिलिछि गोटे रन। आमे गोटे पटे कहि परिबा जे बॉलर माने बहुत भलो बोलिंग करछंती किंतु अन्य पटे कहि परिबा जे बैट्समैन माने मध्ये किछि एम्ति शॉट खेलिछंती जो शॉट हुए तो से माने खेलिबा कथा नुहे।
चेष्टा थिला पुणी बड़ शॉट एबे लगुच एमती कि से 100 रन मार्क जोटा गोटे समय लगुला कि से पर्यंत पहुंची पारे से ट्रिपल फिगर मार्क पर्यंत पहुंची पारे कारण से 16 रन रो ओवर जोटी सौभाग्य राउत 16 रन खर्च करते किंतु तापरे जिते बड़े राजेश महांती सुजित लेंका को विकेट अख्तियार कले पुणी एबे लगुच कि ना से 100 रन पर्यंत पहुंचवा नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल हो केवल 1 रन एवं एथि सहित ओवर परिसमाप्ति 19 ओवर खेल शेष में ओडिशा जागुआर्स दल वर्तमान 84 रन 6 विकेट विनिमय।
शेष ओवर कृष्णा अच्छा स्ट्राइक रे पुल शॉट किंतु मिलिबा मात्र गोटे रन मु भाबी जे गोटे रन निश्चित मिलिबो किंतु कृष्णा जेमती संबित बराल को स्ट्राइक दबा को चाहते दुई जन बामहाती बैट्समैन अच्छी एवं सन्देहर कथा नुहे जे बोलर सीधा सड़क भाव राउंड द विकेट आसी जाइछन्ती एवं चेष्टा कर गोटे कोण बनईकी जो रूम न देकी शॉट बोलिंग करबा एवं शॉट खेलिया पई कष्ट होई पारे सेति पई आपण देखिबे लॉन्गन टिके सीधा अछि एवं लॉन्ग अप टिके वाइड अछि। थर्ड मैन भीतर रखिछथि थर्ड मैन फाइन लिख दी जन को बॉल को आगे रखिया ही पड़िबो रखिछथि आगे रे एवं उत्तर देखंतु बैट्समैन कर एक धुआंधार शॉट छक्का पई जाइछि
बहुत बढ़िया शॉट गिफ्ट तिला एक्सेप्ट करथिले दुई हाथ रे बड़ शॉट पई जाइथिले एवं 6 रन पई सीमा रेखा बाहर को आवश्यकता थिला ए भली किछि शॉट रो शेष ओवर रे एवं संबित बराल 21 टी बॉल खेली सारचंती सेट अछंती क्रीज रे तांको मिलिथला गिफ्ट राजेश महांती को तरफ रु बॉल जाइथिले सीमा रेखा बाहर को ए शेष ओवर ए शेष 4टी बॉल केते लक्ष्य धार्य करके निज बोलर पाखक से सुजोग देवे डिफेंड करिया पई ता देखिया बाकी रहला पुणी थरे बड़ शॉट पाई पुणी थरे एथरक फील्डर दर्शकों भाई बॉल टी को देखिथिले बॉल जाइथिला सीमा रेखा बाहर को 6 रन पाई क्रमागत 2टी बॉल रे 2टी बड़ शॉट 2टी छक्का संबित बराल बैट रु एई बड़ शॉट गत 2-3 ओवर आगुरु कोउठी थिला पुणी थरे चमत्कार टाइमिंग सहित बॉल टी को सीमा रेखा बाहर को पहुंचाइथिले डीप रे थिबा फील्डर दुई थर से फील्ड प्लेसमेंट कथा गौरव कहते वाइडिश लॉन्ग ऑफ किंतु तांको पाखरे मध्य कौनसी सुजोग नहीं कारण बॉल जो दूरता तय करबा कथा ताहा करिथिला
समय जानि से नीचे जने ऑलराउंडर एवं कोण बनेगी वर्तमान ओवर द विकेट बॉलिंग करबे क्लीन बॉल्ड दुईटी छक्का पर प्रत्युत्तर देइछन्ती बॉलर एवं प्रत्यावर्तन करछन्ती गोटे विकेट सहित शेष समय छक्का देखा मिले और विकेट देखा मिले मुझे संबित हिसाब से काम कर जदिव टीम स्कोर से अधिक ही नहीं।
that's with them. Tonight, nothing is important. Just shout the word.
गौरव कहते संबित हिसाब से काम कर 27 रन 23 बॉल रो सामना करके 2टी छक्का गोटे चौका बैट्रु राजेश महांती विकेट अख्तियार कर 3टी विकेट बर्तमान राजेश महांती ना बादल विश्वाल आसुन नूतन बैटर 2टी बॉल एबे भी बाकी रही संबित बराल से 2टी छक्का साहाय्य बर्तमान लगुच कि 100 रन पर्यंत पहुंची जी 98 बर्तमान दलीय स्कोर
थर्ड मैन ऊपर रखिछन मते लागुची लेट कट करिवार चेष्टा थिला रोम बने की शॉट खेलिवार किंतु मिल जाय छै आ गोटे विकेट लगातार भावरे क्लीन बोल्ड एटा ही हेता शेष ओवर रे एवं हमें बॉलर को प्रशंसा करियो पड़ो स्टंप छाड़ी नांती 2टी बॉल
यू मिस आई हिट कुआ जाए एवं जेतेबेले टेलेंडर थांती सामने रे तो बड़ शॉट पई से माने चेष्टा करि थांती बैट बुलाया पई चेष्टा करि थांती लॉन्ग हैंडल यूज करिया पई चेष्टा करि थांती ताहा ही थिला चेष्टा बादल विश्वालंकर किंतु राजेश महांती चतुर्थ विकेट तांको पाई से 2टी छक्का पड़े पुणी लगातार 2टी विकेट एई ओवर जहाँ होईची लगातार 2टी छक्का बर्तमान लगातार 2टी क्लीन बोल्ड शेष बॉल 100 हबो ना हबनी गौरव
वर्तमान बहुत कष्टकर जोर बार बॉलिंग करछंती म आश्चर्य हेबेनी जदी एठी हैट्रिक देखिया को मिले स्टंप छाड़ी नांदी एवं एमिति जने बैट्समैन आसुचंती जे निज बैटिंग पई कम एवं बॉलिंग पई अधिक जनासुना तेनु हुए तो हमको टूर्नामेंट रो प्रथम हैट्रिक देखिया को मिल पारे कौन कहबे
शेष बॉल आशीष राय आसुन नूतन बैटर हैट्रिक देखा मिलिबो ना 100 पर्यंत पहुंचबो जैगुआर्स का स्कोर शेष बॉल टी20 क्रिकेट रे लोक छक्का चौकार वर्षा देखा आसी थांती आज विकेट रो वर्षा देखा मिली बढ़िया बॉल बहुत बढ़िया बॉल रन आउट रो सुजोग एवं रन आउट हैला मध्य तेबे सही 98 रन रे ही एही पाली समाप्त होईची 98 रन 9 विकेट रे ओडिशा जागुआर्स दल स्कोर जेतेबेले पुमास दल बैटिंग करे आसीले 99 रन रो विजय लक्ष्य रहइबो ताको सामने रे रन चेज रे केते मात्रा रे सफल होउचंती ना जागुआर्स करिवे डिफेंड जानिबा छोटो ब्रेक परे
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime and never let go till we go. Feel far wherever you are. I believe that the heart does go on. Love was when I loved you. One true time.
ହେଉଛି 14 ହଁ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ପା ତତେ ତେଲୁଗୁ ହେଉଛି 14 ତେଲୁଗୁ ହେଉଛି 14 ତେଲୁଗୁଟା ହେଉଛି ତ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ହଁ ଜାନୁଆରୀ ଖଣ୍ଡା ବୁଲିଲା
ହଁ
ଖଣ୍ଡା ବୁଲିଲା ମାନେ ରାଉଡି
ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କର ସେ ଟର୍ଣ୍ଣାମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଲାନି ତାର କେମିତି ହେଲା କେଜାଣି କଟକ ଭିତରେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ବି ଅଛି ତାଙ୍କର ଆଉ ମୁଭିରେ ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ
କୋଉଠି କ'ଣ କୋଉ କହ
ଦଶ
ଇଏ ବାବା
ରେଫର କରିଥିଲେ ଗୀତ ପାଇଁ ୱାର୍କଆଉଟ୍ କଲାନି ମାନେ ମେ ବି ସେମାନେ କ୍ରିଏଟିଭ୍ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ରହିଲା ପସନ୍ଦ କଲେନି ବୋଧେ ଲାଗିଲା ମାନେ ସେଇଟା କାହାର ମିଷ୍ଟେକ୍ ନୁହଁ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଯେଉଁଟା ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ମିଳିବା ଦରକାର ଆମେ କ'ଣ ପ୍ରୋ କିଆ କଥା
କମର୍ସିଆଲ
ହଁ କମର୍ସିଆଲ ଦରକାର ସେ କମର୍ସିଆଲ ମାନେ ସେ କେଉଁ ଟାଇପ୍ର କହୁଥିଲେ କହିଲେ ପସ୍ତାଓगे କେମିତି ଅଲଗା ଲାଗିବନି ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ଆମର ତ ଧୁକା ଗୀତ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଦେଖିବେ ସବୁଥିରେ ଦୁଃଖୀ ମାନେ କେବେ କିଏ କହୁନଥିବ ଯେ ଥଟ୍ଟା ତୁ ମରିଛୁ ମାନେ ଏ ଟାଇପ୍ର ବହୁତ କମ୍ ଦେହଫା ଯାরা ମାସୁମ ଚେହେରା ଯେଉଁ ନାହିଁ ସେମିତିଆ ଜିନିଷ ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ନାହିଁ ଆମର ହେଲା ମୋନାଲିସା ଛାଡ଼ି ଚାଲିଗଲୁ ମୋତେ
କାନ୍ଦ
ମୁଁ ଯେଉଁ ରାଗ ଯେଉଁ ତାପରେ ରାଗ ଦୂର ଟାଇପ୍ର ତୁ ନଥାଏ ମାନେ ଏଇ ଯେଉଁ ଭାଷା ସେଇଟା ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ବହୁତ କମ୍ ରେୟାର ଭିଡ଼ିଓ ପକେଇବ ଆଗରୁ ରେକର୍ଡେଡ଼ ପ୍ଲେୟାରଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁ
ହଁ ପ୍ୟାକେଜ୍ ଟାଇପ୍ର କରାଯାଏ ଭାଇ ଚାଲିଛି ଆଉ
ଭାଇ ମ୍ୟାରେଜ୍ କେବେ ହେଉଛି ଏଇ ବର୍ଷ ଜାନୁଆରୀ ଦବା କଟକରେ ହବ ତ କଟକରେ ହବ ତ ଶୋଭନ ତାର ବୁଲୁଛି ସେଠି ବ୍ଲଗର
ବାବା ସିସ୍ତାର ଯାଇଛି ସେଠି ଇଏ କରିବା ପାଇଁ
ବାବା ଶିଖଉଛି
ପଣ୍ଡିଚେରୀ ଯାଇଥିଲା
ଶୋଭନ ତ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ବାହାର
ବାବା ସିସ୍ତାର ପଣ୍ଡିଚେରୀ
ହଁ ତାର ତ ପିସିଏଲ୍ ପାଇଁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି ହେଇଥିବ ଆଉ ପଣ୍ଡିଚେରୀ ଲିଗ୍ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି ଆଉ ସ୍ପୋର୍ଟସର କ'ଣ ରାଇଟିଂ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଏଇଟା କଲା ଏଇଟା ସଦାବେଳେ ଫୋନ୍ କରିଥିଲା ମୁଁ ନଥିଲି ମାନେ ଭଉଣୀ ଦେହ ଖରାପ ଥିଲା କଳାହାଣ୍ଡିର ଫାଇନାଲ୍
କଟକ ବାବା ମୁଁ ତ ସେଇଠି କରୁଥିଲି ବମ୍ବେରୁ ପହଞ୍ଚିଲା 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା ଖଣ୍ଡେ ସାଢ଼େ ସାତରୁ ସାଢ଼େ ସାତ ନା ତମେ 10
ସେଇ କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି କିଏ କହିଲେ? ସେବା ସବୁ କରିବା
Welcome back to the historic Baravati Stadium. This is the Odisha Cricket League 2024, the game between Pumas and Jaguars. Of course, not a big target in front of the Pumas. They only need 99 to win, but these small chases can be very tricky at times. Gaurav Panda continues with me in the comm box. Gaurav, we saw in the first innings it wasn't easy for the batters to score runs easily. Now, what's your opinion on this run chase that is about to begin? Do Pumas have that firepower or have that batting capabilities to make this chase look very easy to the eyes? Or do the Jaguars, they have that in their bowling attack to put more and more pressure and can make life really difficult for the Pumas batters in this run chase?
Thank you so much. Yes, looking at the bowlers so far in this tournament, you just can't take these bowlers out of the tournament, especially in the new ball yesterday. The Jaguars bowled really well. It was about the last few overs, and particularly last 2 overs when they actually gave it up. And before that, they had a chance of winning that match. So I expect the bowlers to go on all guns blazing, and especially in the power play, I won't mind them if they bring out one spinner early to use the conditions. Yes, second innings. This is the time where batting is slightly trickier, the twilight time they call it. But at the same time, if you can use that new ball well, and they do have a spinner who can actually bowl it on the stumps and very quick. Normally, that's what you do in the power play as a spinner. But at this point in time, it is about the fast bowler. Yeah, you're mentioning about 99, if it can be defended or not. If 119 can be defended, then 19 can definitely be defended. Ashish Rai is going to be... Yeah, so 99 needed, and 99, every time you need 99, you know that you really don't need to play any fancy shots inside the power play. So the batters will be thinking about just playing it as normally as possible. First ball of the second innings. He bowls that well, and straight away he has driven it for a boundary. A lot to do with Sambit Barara there, didn't quite feel that well, but that is a good shot.
शुभारंभ रन चेज चौका साहाय्य प्रथम बॉल एवं बोलर रो स्वागत करथिले स्वस्तिक सामले चमत्कार चौका शोभन स्वाई को ऊपर से गुरुत्वपूर्ण दायित्वटी थिला कि ओडिशा जागुआर्स पई गोटे भलो आरंभ हेउ किंतु ता होई पारि नथिला प्रथम बॉल रे चौका वर्तमान पुणी स्वस्तिक सामल प्रस्तुत देखीचे स्वस्तिक सामल को कौन करि परिबे से एवं कौन तांकर दक्षता खास करी के छोटो फॉर्मेट रे पुणी थरे शोभन स्वाई ऑफ स्टंप बाहरे जानी छंती बड़ स्कोर नाही प्रथम रु गोटी चौका लागि सारिचे कोनोसी दरकार नाही अजथारे कोनोसी रिस्क नबार कोनोसी विपद निज मुंड को आनिबार तेणु स्वस्तिक सामल ताको हल्का हाथ रे खेलितले मानव भट्टाचार्य रहिचंती अन्य ओपनर एही मैच रे ओडिशा पुमास को पई आवश्यक रन गति जते बेले 6 रन प्रति ओवर रु कम थाए सेते बेले टी20 क्रिकेट रे जदि आपण विकेट अख्तियार न करिवे जदि आपण अटैकिंग लाइन जदि प्रथम रु से आक्रमणात्मक मनोभाव ने की बॉलिंग करिया पे न आसीबे ताहले से रन आपण डिफेंड करि परिबेनी ऑफ स्टंप बाहर थिला चेष्टा पूर्ण थिला बॉल टिके नीचा रहितला विकेट कीपर मध्ये एते सहज रे संग्रह करि पारि नथिले बॉल टिकु जदि ए बॉल टी नीचा रहि न थांता ताहले स्वस्तिक सामल एई बॉल टी को मध्य सीमा रेखा बाहर को पहुंचाई पारे और पूरा दक्षता थिला तांको पाखरे
132 runs for Swastik Samal, and thanks to that beautiful 100 But he's the one to watch out for. He always plays those big shots, fancy shots. And that's because he watches the ball very closely. Counts down the track. Take note of that, he says. Is it going to race away? No, it doesn't. But 2 runs. That's the way he's going to play. You know, I was doing a commentary for one of those unofficial matches, invitational match between Odisha and Chhattisgarh. This is happening in the MGM ground. Swastik Samal batted and he actually scored 4 out of 4 boundaries in the very first over of the match. That's how he bats. A lot of biro in his batting, I have to say that. Of course, with the footwork. Coming back, and of course, if you score some 2 triple centuries in one very close of that, you might never need a footwork in Test cricket. Good start for the Pumas so far. Last ball of the first over. Manav Bhattacharya will be on strike for the first time. It is a wide. You look at this field and you just feel that the bowler is trying to be extra offside-ish. There's deep third in place, an extra fielder inside the circle on the offside. And sort of a message to the batsmen out there that if you want to play your shots, play it along the ground and play it around that deep backward point, or maybe towards that sweeper region. That's where you see a lot of runs been scored, in fact. Manav, let's see what he does. He's also very technically strong. He lets that go, and rightly so. First over is done. It's 8 without a wicket.
प्रथम ओवर रे 8 रन मात्र 91 रन आउ दरकार ए मैच जितिबा पई आशीष राय वर्तमान आछंती बॉलिंग संभाळिया पई 94 टी मैच रु 123 टी विकेट तांको पाखरे सर्वश्रेष्ठ प्रदर्शन 23 रन दे 5 टी विकेट अख्तियार करिबा एवं इकोनॉमी रेट मध्ये तांकर बहुत बढ़िया 5.28 रो इकोनॉमी रेट जेतेबेले आपनको पाखरे अछि आपण जानिचंती कि हां ए भलिया जेतेबेले लो स्कोर अछि सामने रे ताकू डिफेंड करिबारे जड़े मुख्य अस्त्र हो पारे निज दल आशीष राय बड़ शॉट पाई जाइछंती गैप रे मध्य दुईटी फील्डर बॉल रे पीछा करथिले किंतु बॉल जीतिची रेस जाइछि सीमारेखा बाहर को 4 रन पाई शोभन स्वाई को स्वागत करथिले चौका साहाय्य रे आशीष राय को भी कहले स्वागत आपन को बॉलिंग मार्क को लगै जंती गोटे चौका चमत्कार बैटिंग स्वस्तिक सामल कर
Absolutely exceptional hitting so far from Swastik. He's just scored 18, in fact 11 runs, and still looks in fabulous touch. Once again, he was trying to do that. In the first innings, you see none of the batters actually tried to play the big shot. It was almost like a drought. But in the second innings, looks like in the first few overs, we got some flood out there.
Absolutely, no doubts there. But it seems like Swastik Samal is batting on a different pitch altogether. The way the Jaguars batters, they struggled in the middle. Now in the first 2 overs, we have already seen Swastik Samal going for big shots. And Ashish Rai is bowling with one slip in place. He's still not afraid of that. He's still not afraid of playing his shots. Again, tries to throw kitchen sink at that. Wanted to go for a big shot. No connection whatsoever. But Swastik Samal, and seeing the attitude that he has, he will definitely want that Pumas, they will have a very good impact on their net run rate at the end of this match. They're chasing only 99. If they can finish things off very early, they will definitely do a world of good to the net run rate going ahead in this tournament in the Odisha Cricket League 2024.
No doubt, which is not that great for them, to be honest. Yes, they managed some wins, but the net run, it has to be improved. He's pushed the length back, and rightly so. That is probably a better length to someone like Swastik, because every time he's pitched up, he's gone for it. The other thing about Swastik is he's sort of a stroke player. We see his batting that he's just going with the shot. Why not try one slow delivery? Yes, it's a new ball, but still, if you have the skill to do that with the new ball, it's absolutely great to have one slow delivery at this point in time, I feel. If you can roll his fingers there.
Needs to vary his length, but needs to pick up wickets as well. That is the most important thing in this game. Again, tap and run. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Gets a bat ball, treats it the way it should be treated, gets a good ball, does the best thing. Picks up the single, rotates the strike, keeps the scoreboard ticking. He knows that the asking run rate is not more than 6 runs per over, not even more than 5 runs per over now. Now, Manav so far at the other end has faced only one ball. Now he's going to face his second delivery into the second over. 14 runs on the board. Good start this for the Pumas. And Manav is happy to let it go. Shouldering arms, leaves it all alone for the wicketkeeper. And Ashish Rai, after going for that boundary, has done a decent job. Didn't allow Swastik Samal to play another big shot. Varies the length, does well restricting the batter, and now doesn't allow Manav Bhattacharya to do anything out of the ordinary on that occasion. Still a delivery to go in this over. Can Ashish Rai pick up a wicket at least to ensure that there is some pressure on the chasing side? Here is Manav, cut away, nicely, cracking shot. 4 runs for Manav Bhattacharya, and he is off the mark as well. Boundary to end the over, 2 overs done. It's 18 for no loss.
Please take a look at that shot. If you ever want to show anyone how the square cut's played, that's a perfect video for you. That's what being an Instagram reel, I feel. Start of a fresh over. Swastik Samal, the man, will be on strike. Pushed it on the back foot and very easily. Nothing out there. Nothing is there for the fast bowler so far. Ball coming very straight, and maybe because, sometimes in the evening it plays little better towards, at least till the first few overs with the new ball. It travels quickly to the batsman and to the boundary as well. And that's why you can see the shot making has been a little easier, or maybe the class of the batsmen have been very good. No doubt about that. Maybe a mixture of both. 19 without a wicket so far. They're going very easily at this point in time. Manav back on strike. Trying to chase for the very wide one. You don't do that when things are new. Yes, there's a valid point that you mentioned. That still, they have that slip in place, and so they are looking for wickets. There's only one way you can win this match. But if you have a slip in place and you have put one fielder inside the circle on the offside, I mean, I'm talking about the deep third, being the short third now, then this is definitely not the length. It has to be a little further than that.
Absolutely. And considering the match situation at this point in time and the way both Manav and Swastik Samal have looked in the middle, it's not, nothing is going in the favor of the Jaguars at the moment. It looks like it's going to be a very easy run chase for the Pumas from here. Look at that, back of a lane delivery when you have a slip in place. Becomes very easy for the batter. Just maneuver the ball in the mid-wicket region, pick up a single, rotate that strike, you know. There is no need to go for big shots. It's absolutely fine if you can keep the scoreboard ticking. If you are not going into a shell, there's no need to go for big shots. Can be very happy. Tap and run, maneuver and run, whip and run, do anything you want. Play according to the merit of the ball, and this run chase is going to be an easy one for the Pumas.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 79 needed from 104 deliveries. They actually can come back and chase this tomorrow too. 7.50, you don't do that. But Swastik Samal, the man who loves to time the ball sweetly, is back on strike. Comes down the track and hits it over the fielder's head. That's a statement from the batsman. Take a note on this man, Swastik Samal, jersey number 2 on his back. He's going to be a very special player for Odisha. He still is, but a lot to achieve for this man. He looks very special when he plays those shots, plays some sweet shots. We are a land of sweets. And no shot, in fact, nothing short, I can say. But then, this over comes to an end. Three overs completed, 26 without a wicket.
बादल बिस्वाल आछंती बोलिंग मार्क को प्रथम बॉल एठी भी चौका समस्त सहित से ही होची गौरव आशीष राय भी प्रथम बॉल रे चौका शोभन स्वाई को भी प्रथम बॉल रे चौका और बादल बिस्वाल प्रथम थर पे ए इनिंग्स रे बहुत जल्दी स्पिनर को आनिछंती एवं प्रथम बॉल रे ही सीमारेखा बाहर को मानव भट्टाचार्य बॉल को पठाई देछंती 30 रन वर्तमान 69 रन आउ दरकार मैच जीतिबा आवश्यक रन गति और वर्तमान रन गति देखंतु केते अधिक फरक आस जाइछि केते अधिक पार्थक्य अछि एठी बादल बिस्वाल गोटे स्लिप सहित बोलिंग करुछंती एवं प्रथम बॉल रे गोटे चौका खर्च करि सारछंती स्वस्तिक सामल गोटे एंड रे दुईटी चौका गोटे छक्का 19 रन रे बैटिंग करुछंती मानव भट्टाचार्य बैटरू भी दुईटी चौका लागि सारिछि बॉल टिके नीचा रहितला रक्षणात्मक भाव में बॉल टी खेलिया बाध्य होते सेठी विकेट जदि एबे मिलुनी विकेट जदि पावर प्ले रे गोटे कि दुईटी अख्तियार करू नाहंती ताले केबे भी डिफेंड करि परिबे नै टोटल को ऑफ स्टंप बाहर थिला कट करिया पई चेष्टा करथिले रूम बेसी नथिला बहुत पाखुरु बॉल जाइथिला विकेट कीपर को ग्लव्स मध्य को स्वीप पे जाइछंती डीप रे कहीं नहांती कहीं थिले भी फरक पड़ी न था बॉल जाइछि सीमारेखा बाहर को 6 रन पाई चाहिए स्वीप पाई आमंत्रण थिला बॉलर को तरफ रु ओवर रे गोटिए चौका गोटिए छक्का ए पर्यंत होई सारिछि रन चेज बहुत इजी लागुछि वर्तमान ओडिशा पुमास को पाई बादल बिस्वाल को आनी बोलिंग मार्क को किंतु यही ओवर भी महंगा साब्यस्त होती स्लीप हटई देछंती वर्तमान शेष बॉल आराम रे खेली डॉट बॉल हेले भी कोनोसी असुविधा नहीं चतुर्थ ओवर शेष होईची ओडिशा पुमास ड्राइवर सीट रे वर्तमान 36 रन बिना कोनोसी क्षति रे
This is quite contrasting if you look at the first innings and the second innings. In the first innings, as I was mentioning, the run scoring was too difficult. But when Manav and Swastik bat in this fashion, it has to be easy. They're going at 9 per over, mind you. It has not happened that much in this tournament. Oh, he's gone over the top. He has gone over the top, over the boundary. That is a magnificent shot. We're watching something special here. Swastik Samal. Yes, we know that this guy hits the cricket ball really hard. But look what he's doing at this point in time. He's just playing some lovely shots. He's one of the shots, he's one of those batsmen who plays those shots that you go back and think that, oh my God, watch him play. Lovely technique. Straight away, just holding himself a little back and then just using the pace of the ball to take that single. And that's after a magnificent shot for a 6 over extra cover, mind you. Doesn't matter what the format, it doesn't matter what the wicket is. If you can play, that particular shot over extra cover to a fast bowler, particularly, you are a class act. And which is what Swastik Samal is. He continues to do so in this year's Odisha Cricket League. Mind you, he is such a good batter. Every time you see him bat, you just feel that there's nothing but confidence around him. And on the other hand, you've got someone like Manav, who is as solid as ever. He's definitely not thinking a lot about his strike rate. He's not thinking about matching Swastik Samal. You don't need to. You know his role, and Manav is playing his role very, very well. Exceptional batsmen, these two are. You've got someone like Swastik Samal, no doubt that he's the star of the show at this point in time. And on the other hand, you've got someone like Manav, who is holding one end and at the same time playing some lovely shots. He has also hit 1 6 and 2 boundaries in them. So, good combination. And this is what I was mentioning. Only a few players can adapt to the situation and play their natural game on wickets like this. And these two batters have brought out that style of batting, and that is why it is a little more fascinating. In fact, a lot more fascinating, I have to say. What about the bowlers? Are they trying everything out there. Well, I think they still can do a lot more to get those wickets. We'll talk about that, of course. Beautiful bowling, though. You're mentioning about the bowlers not trying. This was everything about trying the ball to move. And talking about what's needed, 56 needed from 91 deliveries with 10 wickets in hand. It has to be a piece of cake for them. But as Chiranjeevi alongside me was mentioning that it should not just be a win for them, it should be a big win for them. And that's why they'll be hoping. Last ball of the 5th. Trying to flash. Didn't quite manage to get anything from it. And that's the end of this over then. 5 overs completed, 43 runs on the board. And they're yet to lose a wicket. Last over of the power play, and I'll say last hope for the batting side, for the bowling side. Swastik Samuel, the danger man on strike, the wicket keeper standing up to Sovan Swine. So you can't charge down the track straight away. That's the message from the wicket keeper. Let's see if Swastik understands that. He follows that. He hits it on the back foot. Tell you what, that's the shot of the match for me. Yes, you see that 6 over extra cover, but look at that for a shot to a fast bowler. Yes, the wicket keeper standing up, but there is no way a slow delivery. He hit that on the back foot. Not a lot of room on that occasion. Not that short. It is the class of Swastik Samuel. He keep on talking about it, and he brings out everything that he has. Two kinds of batter in this tournament so far. One is Swastik Samuel, the other are the rest of the batters. 30 from 16 with 3 boundaries, 2 sixes, 187 is the strike rate. What a player. He goes for it, and that has been dropped. You look up and you see it's Swastik Samuel. How costly was that? Nothing going right for the Jaguars out there, the men in green. They desperately needed wicket. They didn't get one. They desperately needed one of those miracles in the form of a catch. It didn't happen. Manav, let's see what he does. Gets nothing from it. The story of the second innings so far with the ball from the Jaguars are not a lot different from what has happened to them in the rest of the matches as well. Didn't quite manage to pick up early wickets, didn't quite manage to contain the runs, and that's where they are. Yet to win one. They managed to open their account in the points table, and that is because of the rain, of course. 51 needed from 87 deliveries with 10 wickets in hand. Pretty one-sided so far. Last over of the power play, and apart from that fancy shot that Swastik Samuel attempted in the second over, where it was going straight to the hand of that short cover, did quite grab on to that opportunity. But after that, I feel they've been a little watchful and think that they've got enough, and they can continue batting like this after the power play. Not necessarily with this strike rate, but with the same intent. The top scorer of the tournament is on strike now. I'll tell you what, he has played a cracker of a shot. Well, that is protection. And only a single. That brings out 50 for the Pumas out there. 50 inside the 6 over, inside the power play itself. Tells you how dominated they are in this tournament, how dominated they are. In fact, how they have dominated the opposition, in fact, beg your pardon. Yeah. So, the last ball of the power play. The solid Manav on strike. Another play and a miss for Manav. Doesn't really matter. 6 overs completed. The power play is done and dusted. It's 50 without a wicket for Pumas. Behvav comes into the attack. Behvav Rai with 31 matches, 40 wickets, 5.47 economy, best of 4 for 7 for his stats of some official and some unofficial matches. Take a note of that. I'm running short of words when this man bats. If you look at him closely and you see what exactly he's trying to do, he's one of those batters who is very comfortable playing those short deliveries on the front foot. Very few players really does that. And if you look at this particular man, Swastik Samuel, what it brings is that he's definitely one of the best in terms of the front foot play, but his back foot play is also as good. But he doesn't really go on the back foot, it's just the transfer of the weight. More like what Rohit Sharma does to his pull shot, but he's doing that to his backward punch. Manav is just leaving a few deliveries at this point in time, and no problem at all. He can take his own sweet time. You always know one thing about people wearing jersey number 18. They always love to take it to the end. But someone who's wearing jersey number 2 is not thinking that. He wants to finish it off as quickly as possible. He's off strike though. Behvav continues. And that is going to be a wide. It's not helping them. Nothing going in the favor of the Jaguars. Apart from the toss, I feel. They won a very good toss. Chose to bat first. Didn't quite manage to get a lot of runs. Early collapse. It can happen to you. Thanks to some wonderful performances with the ball from the bowling unit. In fact, all the bowlers are from the Pumas. Bishwajit, definitely the bowler of the match so far for me. Picking those lovely picking those 2 wickets with some lovely deliveries. And Karthik Biswal, the captain of the Pumas, will be absolutely delighted with what has happened so far. So he passed the strike back to Swastik Samal. Every time he comes to the strike, there is expectations of him going for the big ones. Will it happen? Let's see. Yes, the danger man back on strike. Gets a very dangerous delivery, I have to say that. He managed to do well there. Not that they've not bowled that well, it's about consistency. Consistently just hitting that length and making it difficult for the batting unit. It has not happened. One good delivery and a few ordinary deliveries. And that's what the problem is. You can't be inconsistent when you know that sort of what you require is defending some very low total called 99. And to defend that, you got to be right on the money from ball number 1 to ball number 120. That is nothing about going consistent. Got away with it. The batter was expecting a wide on that occasion. 7 overs completed. It's 57 without a wicket. Wicket's coming, is it? Yes. The first wicket is gone. Manav Bhattacharya is going back to the pavilion. Didn't take the review. It was a straight delivery from Krishna. And once you miss that as a batter, going on the back foot, you are plumb in front. He knew everything about that and didn't take the review. But that is a well-supported innings that comes to an end. And eventually, after a long time, I have to say, that Odisha Jaguars have picked up a wicket. It might be too late, but it has just created an opportunity.
DJ, finish,
This is a very different over from what you've seen so far. This is what a wicket can do. A new batter coming in, and he's not taking any chance whatsoever. Rightly so. Giriza Barik, we know him for the anchor role, takes his own sweet time. Oh, that was not far from the fielder either. Tell you what, I think they missed the trick by not bringing Krishna Pillai earlier. I was mentioning about them having a left arm spin. I was mentioning about Krishna actually to come in and bowl in the power play, because he bowls it on the stump. He can bowl it very quick sometime, and he has the ability to bowl it with different pace. That is why he's such an asset to the side. So I think they missed the trick by just bringing Krishna so late in this match. They over-relied on their fast bowlers. Yes, with the new ball, under lights, you know, the fast bowlers always love to do that. You ask anyone, any bowler who bowls fast, you'll say, under light with the new ball, this is our thing. But we also have to look down as well. It's not just about looking up. And I think they didn't look down at all. Overcast conditions, you know, a bit of daylight, the artificial light coming in. They missed the trick by not looking down, not looking at the wicket. So 8 overs completed. We'll talk about that. It's 58 for 1. Trying to keep it away from that fielder at third man, but eventually it will only be a single. It was caught off very easily by deep third. Look what they're doing now. Just one wicket has gone, and now they have gone back to playing normal cricket. After the power play, they know that batting becomes trickier. After the power play, it doesn't really come onto the bat as quickly as you expect. So why take any risk when there is no real opportunity? Long on, long off, both. Of course, at the boundary. And Swastik Shamal is quite happy to play the back foot game without going on to the back foot. Just transfer of a weight, and that's one way of doing it. Very few players actually play that particular shot that he played. Might be just a single, but there was something special about that shot. The dugouts is completely happy with what these batters are doing at this point in time. No real tension on their face. Listen, coming back to what Swastik does, he goes onto the front foot. The initial movement is always on the front foot, and then he adjusts it and goes on the back foot. I mean, just the transfer of the weight, I mean. And that's it. Great hand and eye coordination. If you remember some of the greats of the game, and only they have this amazing skill of going onto the back foot when you are already on the front foot. If you can remember this, the Australian legend Ricky Ponting was very good at that. He was one of those few batters who could play pull on the front foot, square cut on the front foot sometimes. And of course, That is the reason why he's one of the best to ever play the game. And talking about India, of course, Rohit Sharma is definitely someone who loves to pull it from the front foot itself. He doesn't go back. Just the transfer of the wicket, the extension of his arms only. That's it. That's pull shot for him. Show me someone who plays pull shot better than Rohit Sharma. And in fact, Rahul Dravid was one of the batsmen who plays the square cut on the front foot. Well, in a land of sweet, that is one of the sweetest shots you'll ever get. Start of a fresh over with Girish on strike. Knowing him, he'll pass the strike back to Swastik. And he'll be very watchful like that on the front foot, presenting the full face of the bat, knowing his role very well. That's what Girisha does. He doesn't really care about the strike rate that much. And rightly so. In a match where 34 needed from 65 deliveries, you hardly care about the strike rate. It comes down the track, eventually a bit of aggressive shot, but again, along the carpet. That's the thing to watch out for Girisha. And giving strike back to someone who is batting on 42 and making batting so easy. 175 the strike rate for him with 2 sixes and 5 boundaries. You keep on talking about him. You keep on bringing new cards. Swastik Samal. Finds the fielder. Finds the fielder. There's one batter who just loves going with his sort of full flow was Virendra Sehwag. And I was mentioning there is a bit of Virendra Sehwag in his batting if you look at him closely. Purely because he just continues to play it, but it's against the run of play. You've got the wicket of Swastik Samal. He wanted to go down the track and hits it on the onside. He closed the face of the bat and hence he missed it. The wicketkeeper did a fantastic job. And that is wicket number 2. That is a big wicket. That really is one. The danger man Swastik going back to the pavilion with 33 needed from 62 deliveries. You never know. Anything can happen. The problem was he closed the face of the bat. He wanted to go to long on and not straight and long off. That is the reason why I think he missed the trick there a little bit. And enough turn, or maybe a bit of drift and not turn, we'll look at it again and say. But it missed the bat, and the wicketkeeper says, do it or lose it. So he's done it well. Well played, Swastik Samal. He will remember this innings. He continues to go and continues to go fine. Fantastic innings. Yes, it is not a half century, but remember it. So Krishna has got 2 wickets, and he's the only one who looks like he's got something from this wicket. Exceptional bowling in the midst of some not so good bowling. Last ball of this over, and looking at Girija Barik and looking at the scorecard, I have to say there's no point going all guns blazing now. You don't really need fancy shots. Just 33 needed from 62 deliveries. Still will be a very, very good win if you just bat through. Slip in place. Now this is fascinating. Can we get some turn out there? If he gets turn here, it will be very good to see. He tosses it up, but that is again a very good shot away from that fielder and a boundary. Game of cat and mouse. You put one fielder at the slip, and that created the opportunity for the batsman to pick up the gap. He did that and got a boundary. I think it's taken. Oh yes, that is a great catch. Sujit Lenka, the wicket keeper, turning it on. And they produced another breakthrough. Is there any twist there in this match? We'll soon find that out. But that is a fantastic take. The men in green will be thinking that this match has actually opened up a bit. 71 for 3. Karthik Vishwal, the skipper, has come in. Every time you get skipper in this situation, there's one way of playing it. Be sensible. First ball for him. And the first ball itself tells you how Karthik is going to bat. Outside the upstomp, he just lifts it slightly, and rightly so. I expect Karthik to stay there till the end if Pumas try to get over the line. It's not that they can't do it without him, but normally you expect a captain to play the captain's innings. And at this point in time, the captain's inning is to stay there till the end, stay not out and win it for your side. No fancy shots needed, no big strike rates needed. Mid off, mid on, both inside the circle. It has to be on the back. Both the fielders, mid off and mid on inside the circle, they protected the offside there with 2 fielders. One is at deep third, one is at the super cover region. And on the other side, you've got the deep fine leg and the deep square leg, both outside the circle. So very much clear about his plan that he wants to bang the ball in with pace. And if you want to do that, you have to do it with some off stump outside the off stump, not necessarily middle and leg as fine leg inside the circle. But I still think they can pull really well. Yes, very good. He is banging it in and he's getting the bounce. From this end, from Mahanadi end, you always know that you're going to get some bounce from this wicket. From the clock tower end, it is a different story. And you could see that spinners are getting their wickets from this end only. With end at which, at this point, the bowler is not bowling, mind you. The skipper on strike is yet to be off the mark. He gets the mark easily there. This was a full length delivery, a little surprise for the batsman out there. He was holding back, expecting a short ball, and here is a full ball, and hence only a single from it. It's tricky, but some runs. And they want to do it very easily and rightly so again. 27 needed, 26 needed maybe with that single. No, 27 needed from 55 deliveries. Now with that single, of course, 25 needed from 54 deliveries. 73 for 3. And with 7 wickets in hand, they'll be giving themselves all chances to win this. Look how easily they're trying to do here. He's the only bowler out there who is getting everything from the wicket. And it's not a bad idea to just play him as quietly as possible. Girish Abarik, known for his quiet batting too, is doing exactly that. Very solid, very watchful. Textbook defense. You take a picture of that and show it to the young kids to learn how to play that front foot defense against the left arm spin. In fact, it's 77 for 3. Beg your pardon, 77 for 3 after 12 overs. That's a little to do with what has happened in the first innings. That very much unaltered by it and started going all guns blazing. The two batters out there. And that's how there was a deep, strong foundation and almost took the match away from the opposition straight away. That's one way of doing it. Don't care of the wicket, go for the big ones, and then think that it's going to be easy for you, or might be making it easy for you. We'll come back to that, of course. But one thing is sure, that 22 and now 21 needed from 46. The Jaguars would have never thought that they will be putting off some contest out there. They put some contest thanks to those spinners out there. And have they just missed the trick by not picking off one more spinners there? Subham Nayak, one of the up spinners, is not playing in this match. He was the one could have probably made the difference. You never know. There's a left-hander there, and he keeps on being aggressive against them. There's a few more spinners in that squad too. So missed the trick by going with the fast bowlers. Let's take a look at the dressing room there. A little more tensed, the men in green, and rightly so. There's no two ways about it. There's nothing happening for them in this match, nothing happening for them in this tournament. No run from that though. I felt a bit of raindrop there. So one thing that is just kept away from the game, and fortunately is the rain. They didn't get a lot of rain, and that is the reason why this game has been so fantastic so far. It was raining 4s and 6s when Swastik Samal was going for those big ones. Gentle delivery, equally well played. They want a single from it, they get a single from it. Bit of risk, but the job done. So end of the 13, it's 80 for 3. Oh, well, some funny thing happened there. There was a twist from the batsman. He almost made a 360-degree angle with that. And the runner was really confused. Could have been a run out, but no run out there. You see, most of the batters, to most of the deliveries by the spinners, have been played on the back foot. Very good running between the wicket. You couldn't do that against someone like Krishna. Now there is a different left-arm spinner, which not probably bowls as full as Krishna there, and that is why you could sense that most of the batters in those deliveries trying to go on the back foot and play him. And he wanted to play that sweep shot on that occasion, and didn't quite manage to get a lot from it though. So Badal Bishwal is a very different bowler from Krishna himself. So it's so fascinating to see, you know, one aspect of cricket, and within that one aspect you see different qualities from different bowlers, different set of skills, and that is why this game is so beautiful. Look at that, bowling it on the stumps, not thinking a lot about turning the ball. Very different from Krishna, as I mentioned. He's definitely not a kind of a bowler that you can put a slip on, and that is why there's no slip there. And on this particular wicket, I think both these bowlers could have been very dangerous if they bowl in tandem. Yes, you don't bowl two left-arm spinners in tandem. That's the theory. I don't know where the theory has come from, but then if you have two quality bowlers, there's no way you can get rid of that fact. He bowls it full, which is definitely not his strength. It is not that well directed. Does not play that well though, only a single. Now, 15 runs needed from 38 deliveries, 37 deliveries. Last ball of this over. The skipper Karthik on strike, batting on 8 from 12 and taking his own sweet time. Oh yes, it is taken the ears, up goes the finger. Karthik Bishwal has to go back. It's wicket number 4. Has the match come alive? You never know, anything can happen. Only 15 to defend. But 1 brings 2, 2 brings 3, they call it. The problem with that shot was he was probably expecting a full ball, was not ready for the short one, and played it with his hand. No real footwork on that occasion. And he has to go back. The skipper is going back, trying to be stable out there. Didn't quite manage to stay there till the end. Bounce played his part too. There we go. Finally it has happened. 2 bowlers, 2 left arm spinners bowling in tandem. Too little and too late. Savan Pahadia has come in. There's a little drizzle there, just a few drops. Won't be a problem for any of the players out there. There's only 40 needed now from 35 deliveries. Still will be a big win for them if they manage to get it inside some 5-7 deliveries. You never know. what went wrong for the Jaguars? A lot of points you definitely can mention, but one thing that stood out was they didn't quite manage to build up a lot of partnership. The batting has been tough. Single, run out chance, everything happening out there. Eventually, a single's been completed. A great shot from the batsman, and it's gone the distance.
That's that shot. That's that shot. That shot.
Straight down the ground again. Well, 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 it is another six. Yes, it is.
DJ.
A pair and up goes the finger. And straight away, he has taken the review. All right, let's go upstairs. He throws his bat at it, and it has gone over the fielder's head for a 6. And that is it then. The Odisha Pumas have done it again. It's been absolutely clinical. Yes, the Odisha Jaguars didn't have the best of the days. They didn't bat it that well inside the power play, kept on losing wickets, and eventually managed to score just 98. But in reply, it was a masterful start from both the batters out there. Managed to win it, and managed to win it big.
Well,
Congratulations to Odisha Pumas.
well. Hello, hello.
Check one, hey, 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 hey.
Hello. Check, check.
Hello, check.
ବ୍ରଡକାଷ୍ଟିଂ ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ହେଉଛି
ଏଇଟା କନେକ୍ଟେଡ୍ ଅଛି
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ଚେକ୍
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆରଟା ହଁ ମ୍ୟୁଜିକ୍ ବାଲାଟା ଆୱାର୍ଡ଼ଟା ଦେଲା ପରେ ତାପରେ ଲେଫ୍ଟକୁ ଘୁଞ୍ଚିଯିବେ ସେ କଥା ହେବ ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ଏପଟ ଆସୁ ରାଜେଶ ଭାଇ ଏପଟ ପଳା ଯିବି
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation. First of all, I have to say that this cricket league has been fantastic. The Odisha Cricket League, which is co-sponsored by MGM Minerals Limited, have left no stone in making sure that everything becomes perfect. And we had a wonderful match today as well with Odisha Pumas winning and winning it big against the Jaguars. So congratulations to Pumas. In the presentation party, I have got a special guest tonight. He is Mr. Satbir Singh Riab, the Honorable Member of Odisha Cricket Association. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And he's here to present the player of the match. We do have so many contenders. You know, starting with Bishwajit Mahapatra, who scored 2 for 14. Then Swastik Samal with his 42. But it was one man who really bowled well inside the power play, picked off 4 wickets, gave away only 20. It is Rajesh Mahanti. Rajesh Mahanti, wonderful job, both with the new ball and with the old ball. He'll be receiving a trophy and a check of 5,000 from our special guest, Mr. Satbir Singh Riab, the Honorable Member of Odisha Cricket Association. Thank you, sir. Rajesh Mahanti, tiye kotha haba. Kemti thila bowling, jetobale nuwa ball le bowling kale. Kon challenges thila ba sahaj thila?
एजी बॉल टिके मु कहबी टिके बॉलर पे टिके फॉर रुए तो हैड सीम थाए टिके सीम ऊपर को थाए तो बहुत भलो थिला फर्स्ट इजी थिला टिके मु कहबी देन मु बहुत दिन पर गोटे मैच खेलिली तो मते भी टिके रिदम आसे टाइम लागला बट भाई ओवरऑल देखले बहुत भल लागले एन्जॉय करली बॉलिंग
ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस विषय टिके कथा बा आपन को परफॉर्मेंस बढ़िया रहले किंतु टीम बहुत सुंदर भाबरे खेलिले एवं मते लागु जे आपन को टीम रे किछि इंडिविजुअल स्टार भी अछंती जो माने वन साइडेड करि परछंती मैच को से विषय कोन कहबे
देखो स्वस्तिक देखिए स्वस्तिक लास्ट मैच भी बहुत भल बैटिंग करथिला वन मैन शो तार थिला ए मैच भी बहुत भल स्टार्ट मिला मुझे जदि कहबी बेटर अब आउटे मिडिल ऑर्डर हम आउटे कंट्रीब्यूट करिवे तो आउरी भल भल टीम का बहुत भल रन ताकू हरै पारे
निश्चित भाबरे वेल डन कांग्रेचुलेशंस कीप ऑन प्लेइंग लाइक दिस keep on making this tournament so special and exciting. Yes, this doesn't end here. So many matches coming up. Tomorrow you can catch into the Odisha Cricket Association's YouTube channel and Facebook page for that. And thank you and good night.
DJ Sunday.